But yeah, that was insane. Dash is barking again. What could it be? You think it's a turtle? Either a turtle or he saw a rabbit run under the fence. What do you think? What do you see, Dash? What is it? What is it? Here. What is it? Show me. What do you see? Yep, there's a box turtle. Back by the fence. Oh my goodness. You're such a funny dog.
Can you check it out, please?
You're so funny.
I want you to see it.
I think it's trying to go over under the fence.
I can't see
You're
it.
such a silly dog.
I want to see it.
I don't know how he finds these things. It's almost camouflaged.
I'm trying to get
And
it.
it moves, so that's
Get it.
like...
Whoa! What is it, Dashi? What is it?
You want to see
You're
it?
so silly. See, one thing he can find and bark at.
Hey, he's chasing a butterfly.
Doesn't bark when people come to the door, but he'll bark at a moving rock in the yard. You're so silly. Well, I'm out in the garden today, just doing some harvesting, and as you can see, these zucchinis are pretty much done for the season. The plants are starting to die back. It has been getting cooler lately, especially at night. So, and as you can see, they got some pretty bad powdery mildew on them. I should have treated it sooner. I didn't. It is what it is. I was kind of lazy in the garden this year, to be honest. But anyways, so I was just going to pull it out, thinking that, you know, the bulk of what killed it was probably the powdery mildew and just being the end of the season. But let me show you what I found. So remember those squash vine borers that we've talked about? Look at this. All of that is eaten up by squash vine borers. So they did, in the end, win over on the zucchini, but I got a lot of squash from these plants before it did. So I am pleased. Definitely going to be doing the blue Hubbard thing again next year because I feel like it worked really good. Yeah, it eventually died out, but oh, there's a squash bug right there. Need to do better with those next year too and not be so lazy. But anyway, so yeah, squash vine borers did get this, but it was later in the season, so I was still able to get a really decent harvest from these plants. I probably got, oh goodness, more than a dozen zucchini. So I am pleased. So, crazy thing just happened. I should have had my phone on camera. I was on Marco Polo talking to a friend and on the front porch, and I heard the chickens and the ducks just go crazy. So I ran back here real quick and, oh, I'll show you. Hold on, I think it's your chickens. I'll be right back, stay on the porch. Chickens and ducks are all going crazy. Oh my goodness. Oh my word, do you see that hawk? That was a huge hawk. Look at this. Lola, are you okay? She got up and walked away into the woods. Holy cow! That's why they call them chicken hawks. That thing was huge. Oh my goodness. Guess I should have turned on my camera for that. She's a big chicken and he was twice her size. Holy cow. So Lola was here and you know how big she is. And a hawk twice her size had her pinned down. Like, oh my word. And these dummies were just huddled in a in the group in the middle of the yard just squawking. They did not go for cover at all. Y'all are supposed to go for cover. Not just stand in the middle. This is why they say sitting ducks. They're not so bright. So yeah, they were super prime target. You're supposed to hide. It did scare him though. They were squawking quite a bit. Oh, here comes the chickens. Hey, you guys okay? You guys gonna go take cover over there now? Okay, yeah, they're gonna go over to the woods where it's more safe. Lola is okay, I think. She ran off into the woods. So I don't know if she's injured or not. Obviously she lost a lot of feathers, so much for that new batch of feathers she just grew in after molting. But yeah, I think she's okay. She's not gonna come out right now. I'll have to check her later. But yeah, that was insane. I can't really climb through here because poison ivy, but... You okay, Lola? I'm sure she's probably traumatized right now, and she's not about to come out here after that. Are you okay, girl? Yeah, she's hiding really deep in there. Okay, I can try to go around the other side and get a better view, but... Are you guys scared? Did that scare you guys a little bit? Did that scare you? Yeah. It's been a while since we had a predator. Not complaining. But, goodness, yeah, that was a bit nerve-wracking. You okay, Lola? You alright? You okay? I think hawks generally tend to grab around their necks and suffocate them. So she may not have any, like, lacerations or whatever. And obviously he didn't have time to suffocate her. So, shocked, obviously, but hopefully okay. How you doing, girl? I'm giving her pears. Pear cores. I think that piece might be a little big for you. Seems alright. It's been maybe 15 minutes since the hawk. She doesn't really seem any worse for wear, externally at least. Obviously I can't tell internally, but the fact that she's eating and moving around seems like she might be okay. She's not acting super in shock or traumatized or anything. She might be sore. Remember when Red got in that fight? She may be sore for a while, but at the moment she seems okay. Good morning. I just gave the goats their very last bottles ever, so that's exciting. And I wanted to update you on Lola here. She's doing fine. She was out and about last night, acting completely normal. When they were going to bed, I was able to look her over a little more, and it seems that those feathers all came from this wing right here. So just some feather loss. Other than that, she's fine. So we praise the Lord for that. You see this hawk circling my pen while I'm standing right here? And this is why I've been outside all afternoon. I guess I didn't think about this before until today, but I suppose it makes sense that if we have a hawk migration season in the spring, that there's probably another one in the fall, which I think is what we're in right now. Because there have been hawks hanging out in these dead trees over here, tons of them squawking all afternoon. And you just saw that one circling right above while I'm standing here. Not to mention that one that got Lola yesterday. The hawks are like insane this week. This is crazy. So I'm thinking that's what we're looking at right now. They're probably on their way back more south for the winter. But this is crazy. I'm going to have to keep a vigilant eye for a while and maybe find a way to get them a little bit more shelter in here. So obviously they have this, and that umbrella is kind of half in here, covers a little bit, and then they can go inside, which that's kind of what clued me into the hawk was circling, because suddenly all the chickens ran to the coop. The ducks were by the coop door, but they didn't actually go in. But clearly they know where they're at, because yeah, they keep circling and screeching, and might be a rough week or two.